lot of years and washes.
This is my cousin Justin. You met Elliot before. Stay here, man. Good to see you again. Pleasure.
I appreciate it.
What's happening, homie?
Nothing. Here.
In the history of fighting, not fucking boxing, fighting theater, there's been, great. Muhammad Ali's fucking awesome, and you go back to Jack Johnson and fucking all the other guys who have been greats. There's never been a more intimidating, imposing fucking figure, and never been more of a dynamic, feared fighter in the history of the fucking fight game than you. Nobody. And anybody who grew up in what I call the Mike Tyson era, which I'm one of them, there's fucking millions more. Dude, there was nothing on this fucking earth like sitting at your fucking house watching TV, or being, look, I get goosebumps even talking about it, or being in a fucking arena when Mike Tyson came on.
That was my mentor. My mentor was a genius kind of a guy. He was an art guy, but he was a genius, but he just knew human nature. He knew what people needed. And he said not only the greatest fighter, the greatest fighter normally, he says, it'll never be the richest fighter, because he's not going to be the most exciting fighter, And he said, you have to be the most exciting fighter. When people see you, they want to say, when do I see that guy again?
But your place in history is, no, it's fucking true, man. And I'm still, today, I'm in this world again where you go out and you meet all these fucking people, and there's all these people that want to come to the fights, and actors and movie stars and other fighters to this fucking day. Still, Mike Tyson's fucking coming in when you're around. It's a big fucking deal. I got so much respect for you and what you've done. So I'm sitting here chilling with Mike Tyson right now. We're sitting here talking about fighting and his career and everything else. So I wanted to ask you what you think of the James Tony Randy Couture fight. And Tony's actually in shape right now.
Well, that's like you said, that's a surprising thing, because I watched him fight. He's always been a talented fighter. Some fighters are just totally talented. Like, he's always been very elusive, hard to hit when the fists were involved. But now he got so many different dynamics. You got to watch out for the legs, the knees, the elbow.
Right.
The guys just wrestling and taking them down, the takedown, and that's going to be interesting. I wonder who's trained him. I say you can do this when fighting. It's very simple, because you got to watch out for the punches, so you can be elusive. He's never been basically in shape. He's always been basically a little bit overweight, and stuff. Now you're telling me he's in shape. That's going to be very interesting to watch. I'm very interested in watching this fight.
And he's always been one of those guys that's hard to knock out, because he rolls with the punches really well.
He's awesome, right? But just to see what he's going to do with these small gloves, and when this guy grabs him and gets him into an arm bar, a leg lock or something, and this guy, man. And Randy's just totally the opposite. He's always in shape. He's always in shape.
Exactly.
Durable. You may kick his ass, and then he's gonna train. Then he's gonna come back and fight you. He reminds me of like the old time fighters,
Yeah.
If he fought you and you knocked him out, he'll fight you again. But he'll fight you like he knocked you out in the first fight. He's just a very consummate professional. It's going to be very interesting. I want to see this fight.
I do too. I'm interested too.
Tony's a crazy guy. He's a really dark kind of crazy guy.
He is. And he's been talking a lot of shit, man. A lot of shit.
God. So just in case, if he does good, what he's going to do now? Fight Brock Lesnar now?
Yeah, I mean, if he beats Couture, he's definitely in the mix, and he'd fight another heavheavyweight.
Wow. What do you think? Listen. I think after King Vasquez once Brock fight that, he didn't look too enthusiastic. I watched him right up they showed his face, and he didn't look enthusiastic.
We just talked about it.
He never was in shape before in his life. He's always elusive and stuff. But you only got the punches. Now you got to he like this, boom, guy might kick him in the head. You might slip away, guy might kick him in the leg. Oh, he got a leg shot.
You will get kicked in the leg.
And then you're not fluent in that stuff. You're gonna get hurt. Like, if you can't guard right, you don't put a good guard, you're gonna get hurt, man. So, you know, one day my friend was telling me, I said, man, how do you do it? My friend was a Thai boxer. And he said, no, really. Mike kick me. Mike, as hard as you can. Mike kick me. I said, come on, man. Look him, so I kick him. He go like this. Boom, I kick him like, I said, yes, that's how you block me. I'm trying to kick his blocker. But I didn't want to tell him I was paralyzed from it. No, I was dead. I was, okay. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know how you did, but I was dying over here. I just stayed here for a minute. I walked, my leg was just frozen still. But yeah, that's gonna be an interesting dynamic to see what happens when they get kicked in the shin. Was he training with anybody? Do you know?
He's training with some team out in California.
You don't know anything about this team?
No. It's with Mo Lawler or whatever.
King Mo Lawler. Yeah.
Who's King Mo Lawler? What's he?
This guy is a wrestler in Japan.
Wrestler.
And he done told James something into doing this.
James Toney talked himself into doing it. He hooked up with him to train him.
He was stuck.
He was flying into every city that I was and calling me names and saying,
"Oh, you sure?"
Oh, yeah.
I want to come to his house.
I don't think so. I think Lorenzo took it to.
Not that one.
Yeah, that is it. He's got one up there too.
Oh, this is a bag, right? This is a real bag right here.
This one, Mike.
This is a real bag right here.
Bold.
No, it's not. Oh man, that's a Manchester.
Credential too.
You were there?
Lorenzo was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought that back for me. I got one and he got
He
one.
went to the fight?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he went. He flew to England for that fight.
You got a nut fight fans, huh?
Yep.
Now what's the deal with this bag? Where do you get this bag from? Who made this bag?
Fairtex.
Fairtex?
Yeah. You know what it's like? It's almost like the old ones Everlast used to make for you.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Big one. This is the best ones, right?
But yours was bigger than this, wasn't it?
250 pounds, right?
Yeah. Yours was bigger than this.
Yeah.
Because I used to train down at
What?
yeah. So that place, they'd clear that fucking place out when you go in. Oh yeah. Yep, exactly.
Oh, this
Hal Miller. Remember Hal Miller? Yeah. Yep.
Beautiful guy.
Yep. Yeah, you pull in, they'd clear that fucking, get the fuck out of here. Time to go.
Because they was closing down, I used to take care of the place. I kept it going.
Exactly. No, I know.
I love that place. All my training, everybody doesn't know why he was nasty ass place, but you got.
That was a great gym. I love that gym.
Like that.
That was a great gym.
I used to train, I used to turn the heat way up. Sometimes I used to turn the heat way up.
Yeah, it was a metal shack
weight.
that they built down there, built a gym. Had 2 rings side by side. It was a great gym.
I used to go down there and see all the amateurs fight too. He's proud to have this.
Yeah.
Be a fighter.
Yeah.
You know, I'm telling you, you see these guys' nose.
Yeah.
You gotta be, you gotta be proud to have this. You gotta have a badge of gashing for you. Gotta be proud when you're wearing their shades. That's what fighters are about.
You don't got shit. You got nothing.
But I used to always want to have it. You know what I mean? And I never wore shades. I always just wore proud. I'm a fighter. This is what it is.